Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back with another video from 6. We got Itachi versus Obito. Interesting one. Itachi is one of my favourite characters. Like, Itachi and Minato are my two faves, so like, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm very biased. And I feel like Itachi's got this. But again, it's always to a point when it comes to Obito. When we get to the end of Naruto, I don't think Itachi's got this at all. You know, when he gets the Rinnegan, maybe against the Rinnegan, I'm not sure, but when he becomes Jubito, no, Itachi don't have a chance against this. But the stuff Itachi was pulling off in his Edo Tensei form, it's like, whoa. You know, considering he was going up against Nagato. Mate, right. Anyway, I'm not the scaler. I literally go off the cuff when I do the intros, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding like an absolute idiot. But let's check out Itachi versus Obito. Who would really win? Or who's the winner? Or who wins this fight?
I've seen some people talk about Kisame versus Pain, and
Yo.
then, like, I think at the peak of all of them, at the tippity top, the one people talk about probably the most is Itachi versus Obito.
Yeah.
The difference between that fight and the other fights that people like to bring up is that this fight is actually implied to happen. It's something that could have very easily happened
Right.
in the actual manga. Then aside from that, you kind of have Itachi, Obito, and Pain all fighting for the #1 spot
Mate.
in everyone's Akatsuki rankings. And even if you don't have Itachi at #1, someone has Pain at #1. If it's not Pain, then someone has Itachi at #1. It's just like constant cycle of who's at the top and whatnot. I'm gonna go over multiple forms of each of the characters.
Right, cool, awesome. I love how he does this.
Obito versus Edo Itachi, Orange Mask Obito versus Sick Itachi,
Oh.
and Yellow Mask Obito, or the one from the Nine Tails attack, versus Post Massacre Itachi.
No way.
I'll also briefly cover their interactions in the novels, since I think the one interaction they have that's contentious or whatever is gravely misinterpreted and blown out of proportion most of the time. And the canonicity of the interaction, I'd also like to call it the question, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Cool.
Obviously, if you like versus battles and whatnot, I do recommend you subscribe.
Definitely subscribe to 6. My god, he's doing a lot. He's covering a lot, man. He's so sick at this.
After this, another thing I want to touch on would be Itachi versus Jubito. Now, I don't think
Interesting.
Itachi wins this.
No.
And I don't think a lot of sensible people do. But the argument for it is there, and I've seen enough people
What? Who argues it?
that I think
There's
I
no
should
way.
comment on it and debunk it, basically.
Right, go for
And
it.
that's exactly what we'll start here.
Yeah, like, I
This
don't
video,
see how
we'll start
Itachi
with-
has Jubito at all.
Call it the debunk section.
Alright.
So the argument for Itachi scaling to Jubito or possibly beating Jubito, it all relies on the Tosca blade and a few speed feats Sasuke shows
Right.
during his fight against Jubito when he's completely unstable. So that's the first issue with the argument. It's unstable Jubito. Jubito has a fluctuating power level when he's unstable because of him being unstable. It's literally
Well, yeah,
like
it's,
a mental nerve.
it's fluctuating all over the place because he hasn't got it
Their
set.
emotions riled up in Naruto and they can get stronger, but when you get depressed in Naruto and you can be caught slipping, like how Hiruzen was against Orochimaru, because you're just weaker when you're in a depressed state.
Yeah,
It's
when
just
you're feeling
so
sad, you're feeling low, and everything's
Kari
going to dip.
comments on how when people lie in Naruto, their chakra actually gets muddy. Chakra is actually heavily linked to
Right,
your
cool.
mental state. And Obito in this form literally can't think straight. And it's debatable if Obito is even the one at the wheel whenever he's unstable Jubito. And what I mean by at the wheel is, like, obviously in control of the body. Because B and Yuki seem to think that the Ten Tails is what's in control of Obito. And it sort of makes sense when you think about it, because even whenever Minato calls Obito's name, and he's in this little mindless state or whatever, and he does the little question mark, like he says his name, but it's very scattered and with a question mark at the end, almost like he doesn't know who himself is.
Yeah, who he is,
And
or
it
like
kinda
how
just
to like,
supports the whole
am I
idea
meant
that,
to like reply to
It's
that?
kind of the Ten Tails that's at the wheel and controlling Obito's body. So yeah, that's just strike number one. Like, the argument is bad for that reason. Obito is unstable. He's got a fluctuating power level. And then two, what Sasuke actually does is use his Susanoo to block a true secret orb. I don't think I'm the first one to cover this, but if you never heard, The true secret orbs don't actually scale to the user in terms of speed. The true secret orbs are actually just massively slower than the user. A
Hmm.
couple examples of this would be Madara was able to speed blitz Sage Minato and kick his arm off and just beat him up. And then whenever Minato goes in front of Madara's true secret orbs, in front of 8th Gate Guy, he literally just outspeeds them. And you can actually use the literal current argument we're talking about to say that Sasuke doesn't scale to Jubito and the true secret orbs do scale to Sasuke. Because right after Sasuke blocks it, Jubito literally speed blitzes him and Naruto.
Goes for it, yeah.
Their faces. So overall, this is just a terrible argument. Even if you do want to say the true secret orbs scale to the user in speed, it literally demonstrates the argument I said earlier, where the unstable Jubito just has a fluctuating power level, where one time Sasuke could react, other time he couldn't react. The next thing to touch up on is just the novel scan or the novel interaction between Itachi and Obito. Now, I will call out that the canonicity of this statement, like I mentioned during the intro, is a bit wonky, since this interaction is completely different in both the manga and anime counterparts.
It ruins the power scaling when it's different in the two forms of input, like, okay, go for it.
But if you do think the novels are canon, like I know a lot of people do, this scan is still kind of misinterpreted. So I'll just read the scan word for word, and then I'll have it on screen as well, so everyone's going to read along, make sure I'm not messing up anything, if anyone thinks I'm lying or whatever.
Yeah.
So it says, I have conditions. Itachi cut through Madara's arrogant attitude. He'll help get revenge of the Uchiha clan, and in exchange, Obito, or who he thinks is Madara, he doesn't lay a hand on the village or Sasuke.
Yeah.
That much is congruent with the manga. We know Itachi made that deal.
Oh yeah,
to keep
that's
Obito away from Konoha and Sasuke.
why he didn't go too far with the.
Then it says that Madara or Obito laughed at Itachi and cocked his head to the side and asked, "And what if I were to refuse?" Then Itachi replies, "If you refuse this request, then you and I are enemies." Obito asks, "Could you kill me?" Itachi says, "It's not a matter of whether I could or not.
I will kill you." Damn.
And then it says, "Silence enveloped them. There was no bloodlust in either of their auras. They were exchanging dangerous words." And this is where people tend to get the implication that Itachi is a relative to this 20-year-old Obito.
Okay, it makes sense.
They both acknowledged each other as opponents. The surrounding context here doesn't really support this being a power thing.
No.
Since it does say that neither of their auras had any bloodlust in them, I don't think that they were legitimately about to fight one another. I think when it says that they acknowledge each other as opponents, it's just saying that Obito sees that he's going to have to fight Itachi if he stands on this side. And
yeah, we're going to have this fight, but I'd rather not.
Itachi does have his Mangekyo at this point, like he's able to use Tsukiyomi and Amaterasu, but he's much less experienced with it than Obito is with using Komi, considering Obito has now had his Mangekyo for around 7 or 8
That's true, yeah, he's had it for a lot longer, yeah.
For around a week or so.
But he's just chilling in the background, he doesn't want to mess stuff up. As long as he got Itachi there, he's sorted.
Until the night of the Uchiha massacre, which is a couple of days after this, which maybe you could imply he was doing some type of training with his Mangekyo or something like that. And he's also getting stronger during the massacre from all of these heavy emotions that he's feeling, like Tobirama says. That stuff just all helps power the Sharingan. So I don't really think that Itachi would be able to take out Obito at this stage at all. He doesn't even show the capability of using Amaterasu until after this, so I can't give Itachi the win over 14-year-old Obito. I know that the statement and situation we're referencing here is 20-year-old Obito, but if anything, 14-year-old Obito is more dangerous in combat considering he has the chains with him. And
he's like completely over the top with it. He's like, I'm going in.
Itachi has no escape for that. He has no flying Raiji to escape. So Obito is literally just going to suck him.
Fair, alright, yeah. Kamui and chains and
The reason Obito even stops pursuing Itachi during this little confrontation they have is because he quote-unquote catches a hold of darkness that he just can't let go of. Like what Madara said to Obito, basically teaching him to manipulate people, manipulate the darkness inside of them. If they don't have any, you should create some of your own. He essentially caught hold of that in Itachi and then he just wanted to exploit it the best he could. And regardless, like I said earlier, the canonicity of that statement is wonky anyway. None of the things that happened post Itachi bringing up his conditions happen in the anime retelling of the book or happen in the original manga. So I don't think it's canon for that reason, but if you want to take it as canon, like I said, still doesn't matter to the actual versus battle. I do want to mention, before talking about Orange Mask Obito versus Sick Itachi, that it has been a goal of Itachi since he was very small and Obito first killed his teammates to surpass Obito, whereas he knows him, the masked man. But at this point, this is when the fight gets closest to happening anyway, with Itachi using his Amaterasu through Sasuke's eye to hit Obito, even after he died. And this is the part in the series where the debate is the most popular anyway, because now Itachi has the Yada mirror, he has the Tosca blade, he's got both.
So much stuff going on.
He's got a lot more experience, and there's tons of statements surrounding this particular part of the manga that people like to bring up to either downplay Itachi or Obito. And I'm just going to talk about basically all of them, at least all of them that I can find and think of. The first issue being whether or not Obito actually died whenever Itachi hit him with Amaterasu from Sasuke's eye. This part isn't too important to the overall battle, and I don't think that the outcome, whether he died or not, or if he slipped through it with Kamui, I don't think it too much matters to the overall battle, but people like to have tons of debates on it. There is this one statement in Data Book 3 that implies that Obito did slip through it using Kamui, but the same statement you could also use to imply that he used Izanagi in order to revive himself. The section is titled The Mystery of His Power, and this is how it reads. No one knows the extent of Madara's true powers. No member of the Akatsuki has ever seen them. Only during a rare battle has he ever left traces of his jutsu. He has the power to deflect all offensive attacks. His body unscathed due to Itachi's Amaterasu and vanished through the air as though transcending into space. The problem with this statement is it doesn't point to a specific interpretation of how Obito was able to avoid the Amaterasu. The title of this whole paragraph is The Mystery of His Power, in which Izanagi and Kamui both fall into that category at this point. And they also both fall into the category of deflecting offensive attacks. So it's hard to draw a definitive conclusion on this. I will say, Obito does mention, and this will be getting into another statement that's commonly brought up with this debate, but Obito does mention that if he didn't keep some secrets from Itachi, he does think that Itachi would have killed him. I think this statement is fairly nuclear. I'm not gonna lie, I think it definitely implies that if Obito was to fight Itachi at this point in the series, Itachi would have killed him. There's also another thing that I think makes this fairly consistent, that being Obito and Itachi's pact to not go after Konoha whenever Obito did agree.
Yeah, because why would he agree to it if he didn't think that like Itachi would have like a chance against him?
Originally, but then he started
you just say no, wouldn't he?
Until Itachi died, which is why after Itachi died is when he went after Sasuke.
He's like, right, go for it now. I've got no one stopping me. Yeah.
To keep his pact with Itachi that Konoha is off limits, and that's when he sends Pain after Konoha and all of that.
Yeah,
but
he's got no one stopping him.
It's fairly consistent, at least at this point, to say that Itachi could beat Obito. Although I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of hard for me to tell you how exactly he would do that. Part of me would like to say that an Amaterasu could maybe get Obito dead 2 times, if you think that he used the Izanagi to escape the last one. But like I said before, that's sort of too vague. So it really does put it in this weird situation where I do think Itachi would win, but I don't know how he would win.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Obviously, his win con is always fairly clear. It would just be Kamui. But even then, when you look at the specific sentence structure or the page structure where Obito is talking about how he feels like Itachi could kill him, he says the part that Itachi could kill him in his head, and then the rest of the things he's saying out loud, which I think could imply that he doesn't want to actually say that to Sasuke.
He doesn't want to admit though, like, he could have lost,
You could argue he's just trying to hype his brother up to Sasuke or something like that, but since he says it in his head, I do think he felt like Itachi was a legitimate threat. And he does say that, you know, if he didn't keep the secrets, Itachi would have killed him, or he would be dead at this point. You could maybe possibly make some arguments about how the Yada mirror would interact with Kamui. Maybe it
Yeah, like
would
what would
neg the
happen
fact
there?
that Obito could go intangible, or maybe the Tosca blade wouldn't proc the intangibility on Kamui, and he could get him with that, or something along
Yeah,
those lines.
how do we know? We don't
It's
know.
really
We
hard
don't
to
know.
tell, and I don't want to get too fanficky with it, so I'm just gonna leave it there and say I think
That's
Itachi
fair.
could win, but I definitely could see the arguments for Obito winning. But I think that Obito's statement and the surrounding context kind of just supports Itachi winning that. Now, getting into Rinnegan Obito versus Edo Itachi, this fight is sort of even more vague than the last one because Obito gets some vague amount stronger because he now possesses the Rinnegan.
Yeah, but then
Itachi gets some vague amount stronger because he's
Ito.
no longer sick.
Yeah.
And he has much better stamina and things along those lines. I will say Itachi's fight with Kabuto doesn't really help here, considering we don't really know how Kabuto scales to Obito.
Yeah.
Even with his Sage mode and then post curse mark thing, I did a video about this before. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell how they would scale to each other to say that Obito would then lose to Kabuto or vice versa. We do know prior to the curse mark amp, Kabuto did not want to fight Obito though. He said taking on the Rinnegan would just not be in his best interest around this point in time. I do think if Obito has his 6 Biju or Jinchuriki, Itachi's pretty much done for. He could probably catch him off guard, get him into Kamui or something like that. And if you think that Obito scales to KCM 2 Naruto, and Edo Itachi at best only scales to KCM 1 or below, then you sort of get a line with that, and I can definitely see the argument for that. However, I don't think that Itachi scales the KCM 1 Naruto. I think he scales quite a bit above, even through the EMS Sasuke thing, if you think that he still scales the EMS Sasuke during the Jubito fight and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I think I've said everything I can on this.
That was fair. That was a good video. That was like awesome.
But
Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and have a nice day.
Yeah, that's boss. Like, yeah, he took everything factor into consideration, and I really like that. Because yes, Itachi's freaking awesome, but yeah, like, how do you scale certain things that you've not seen happen in the show? Anyway, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video upload, link in the description to the page. $1 a month is all that helps support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys very much for that, and thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe, and really leave comments down below. Let me know I should watch some future videos, and see you guys. All you guys next time. Bye.